Let me turn this off. Hey, what's going on, people? It's Thursday. I'm watching the In Grooves. I watch every Thursday his update video for new arrivals. I also watched his video for Record Store Day. Cheers, people. I'm not a big Record Store Day person, although I always end up going and buying stuff, but it's such a naked money grab. I dislike how every record store day it appears to me that the prices go up. I was looking at some of the stuff that's coming to Omaha in the Homer's post regarding record store day. And everything that I want is $40 plus. That sucks. But here we are. Here we are. So, folks, in reality, someone passes away every day. Every day. And with the aging of the music that I grew up with, it's more obvious. And so people younger than me are dying. Yesterday we hear that Graham Naismith of the band Pale Saints has passed away. He was in his 50s, but Pale Saints is a sort of band that I associate more with, not my youth so much, but when I was younger and with youth. 4AD band. I really like them. I like the sound of his guitar, the way his guitar tone. Graham Naismith, the guitarist, passed away. The way that he, the tone on his guitar, the chords that he chose, intrigued me from the beginning. Now, I've said it before, 4AD caught my attention early on through their graphics, but also the music. And Pale Saints, I thought, was a perfect fit for the label. I love the, I forget his name, the lead singer, his voice, that it's like it's all, it sounds almost choir boyish. That's why I describe it, but there's something about it that innocence that I like. This is the reissue of their first album, The Comforts of Madness. This is really good if you haven't heard it, folks. No, they don't sound like the Cocteau Twins. They don't sound like this. They don't sound like that. They are one of those bands that got lumped into shoegaze because of the way they look. You know, the bowl haircuts and the fact that it looked like they're always looking at their feet. He was only in his 50s, which is unfortunate, you know. Young man. I like the band. When this came out, Mrs. Dolphin, I used to have the Japanese CD. Again, I've been through so many changes that I sold it. You know, it was a big deal to get it. Had it for years, and then why did I sell it? I don't know why I sold it. I really don't. But then it came out on Record Store Day in this configuration, which is really nice. Their second album, In Ribbons, I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. It has some of my favorite songs on it. And this is an original with the 7-inch. I've got the 7-inch. It's been reissued on clear vinyl. They never got a copy in Omaha. Had they, I'd have bought it. I don't need it, but you know, nerdy collector that I am. Here's the 7-inch. So it's unfortunate to hear that the no cause of death reported. They used to do that all the time, cause of death reported. We don't need to know, even though we want to. And then Pale Saints Half-Life 12-inch. I love the cover. I love those colors. And I was so glad when I got this and played it. It sounds like the cover to me. There's a textural aspect to the guitar. That's how it starts, is Graham's guitar. It's a particular tone and sound that he gets. I like it a lot. So rest in peace, Mr. Graham Naismith. Excuse me. I really only have one record to show, and something new I got from Fourth Dimension, which I haven't really played yet, but I'll show it. Pardon me. Let's see if there's anything to respond to in comments. Well, let's see here. So, Frank says the Botany album just sounds like a lot of pedals. Okay. I love the way it plays with my imagination, the way it hits my imagination. That's all I gotta say. The Botany album, I downloaded it. There's a couple tracks in particular I really like. So Cool Guy Wolf is sharing that. Thank you for saying that my music is amazing, and what you shared is mind blowing. Peter Gabriel is amazing. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I was very much into him for a long time. So the only thing that got played yesterday, because I did spend a lot of the day fretting over my set, and also confabbing with Aaron on the what we're going to do. So I didn't play hardly any music. Watch some video. Let me try to remember to talk about that a little bit if I can. Yes, let me try to do that. But one record that got spun was this 12-inch single by Massive Attack, Butterfly Caught. I love their graphics, and this is kind of a creepy sounding record. Robert Del Naja, his voice, the way the music is creepy, it fits the what it's about, which I forget specifically, but it fits. Glad I got to see them live back in '98. Powerful show, powerful show. So, if I can call up some stuff, I was watching some video yesterday, and I, in particular, opened up my folder with some current African artists. I mentioned Duma, who I really like, but I see that the lead guy from the band, Lord Spikeheart, has some solo stuff out, so I was checking that out. I really like it. Then there's this punk kind of and heavy black metal from black people in Africa. So yeah, that's about damn time. But some other names that I wanted to mention that I think are impressive is Feli Munkasi. I'll write it down. I'll try to remember. Feli Munkasi. She has a track called I Don't Feel My Legs. See how I'm talking? I love it. Scotch Rolex, featuring Lord Spikeheart. I enjoyed that. I bought some Tal National records not too long ago used. Really like those. Metal Prayers. I dug that. Tshegwe and Ekiti Sound, Fatoumata Diawara, and of course people that you've heard of, Genesis Owusu, Angelique Kidjo. There's some wonderful music, and some cool stuff happening in Africa, some pretty psychedelic stuff. I like it. So not much to say today off the top of my head. As always, hope people have a good day. Not looking forward to who's going to be passing away next. Someone is, unfortunately. Was glad to see that Steve Hackett, who had a health scare and was hospitalized, is okay and back on the road. I had a premonition about that. It's like, that the man is just going like a young person, just constantly touring, constantly on the road. That's not easy on the body or the constitution. So I'm glad that his health scare seemingly is over. Love the guy. Last thing I'll share, and I can't review it except to just say what it is. Thank you, Richard. Fourth Dimension just sent this to me. Mummies and Madmen. Red front, Mummies and Madmen Grow Dark in the Sun. What we have here is a recording that dates back to 1983. Some people who we're behind the scenes in many ways regarding industrial noise, left of center music are involved here. Alan Ryder, he started the label that brought us stuff like SPK, Muslim Gauze stuff. And then the other time, I have a hard time seeing this. Anyway, what this is these are two recordings that they made back in the 80s, where this is where it's a lot of it's improvisation. I move it because of the way it hits my head while I'm looking at the camera. Okay, just so you know, it'll hit it like it's a fez, and I'll say, okay, that distracts me. If you never heard me say that before, now you heard it. I just quickly checked this out. It'll be a fun listen. I put the names of the tracks on through Grace Note. If you haven't noticed that, Richard, sometimes when you guys send me CDs and I put them into play through iTunes, there's no information, so I enter it so that the next time someone plays this, the computer will read the names. But this is sound art, sound collage. My first impression is that these were some good sessions, that it was people who understand sound, like it, and are engaged with it, made these recordings. But I haven't dived in and listened to either piece all the way through, but letting you know that it arrived, Richard. I will share this. I haven't endeavored to call or get a hold of Edward again, but I've listened to this all the way through, the new Edward Caspell through Lumberton Jack. This is great. I don't think Edward knows how to make a weak album. And he's always coming up with things that's like, that's different. That's cool. That's an interesting sound. And I do pay attention to his words. Real strong imagery. And it's interesting how it's reality laced with not fantasy, but inner musings. I think Edward Caspell is one of the greats, one of the living great artists who is unrecognized by the larger world of music, and it's their loss. That's what I have to say. Stephanie, I love that you're with me. It is too bad that where you moved by that condo is away from everybody. We're all spread out, so you can't see people as often as you used to. But we're still connected, and I love you all. Okay, people. Have a good one. Let me know how you're doing.